great idea. नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं.
नहीं वैसे हम गिटार लेके आए.
Superb.
हम थोड़ा सा प्रिपेयर हो गया है.
यहाँ पे काफी इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स थे, ड्रम, इलेक्ट्रिक गिटार था और रॉक वर्जन था. So I just have an acoustic guitar. I'll try an acoustic version of the song. Try करते हैं मैसअप हो तो मतलब ये म्यूजिक वीडियो है, मतलब मैं थोड़ा बहुत गा सकता हूँ. अभी जो मैसअप हो गया तो उसको काउंट कर देना. होता है लाइक. हाँ
जब मैंने स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी थी, जेन्युइनली उस टाइम पे जो मुझे सबसे ज्यादा अच्छी लगी, एक्शन था, सिचुएशन था ऐसा, बट वो फिल्म का जो इमोशनल कोर था, ये भाई बहन का जो रिश्ता है, वो मुझे सबसे ज्यादा अच्छी लगी. एंड दैट्स व्हाट स्टूड आउट टू मी द मोस्ट. ये एक्शन बस हो गया. वो पता नहीं, मैं सेट पे पहुंची एक दिन और हम क्लाइमैक्स या कुछ ऐसे कुछ सीक्वेंस शूट कर रहे थे और वासन ने बहुत कैजुअली बताया था, तो अभी यहाँ से भागना है, फिर यहाँ पे कूदना है, फिर यहाँ पे जंप करना है और यहाँ पे रोल करना है, यहाँ पे चढ़ना है. और मैंने बोला इसका कुछ मतलब तो ऐसे ये करना, हाँ ये करना है, लाइक नो रिहर्सल नथिंग. इट वाज जस्ट जो दिन में मतलब यू वुड स्टार्ट द डे ऑफ शूट, वहीं शूट होता था सब कुछ, जो भी क्रिएटिविटी सब कुछ वहां पे. बट ऑफ कोर्स द प्रेप वुड हैपन behind the scenes a lot between the team, the action team, and Vasan sir. So I think for me it was also a surprise कितना क्या कुछ करना था. But genuinely जो take away है, मैं ये कहूँगी, जब आप ये action scenes भी देख रहे हो, वो एक emotional layer हमेशा आपके अंदर रहेगा. At least that's what I hope.
Films that I've seen and Sridevi's performance is incredible. In it, so yeah, in fact it is also a jailbreak film in that sense. वैसे अर्जुन भी है, घायल भी है, गुप्त भी है, बहुत सारे jailbreak वैसे हैं, मतलब which is a subplot in that sense. So in that genre it is obviously a homage, and you will find a homage to it as well. To Gumrah as
yeah,
well.
one thing I have to say that there are many Easter eggs in this film. Vasan is known to give Easter eggs in his film. You just have to look for them, and for that you have to watch the film multiple times.
So yeah, so Gumrah is yeah, a film that I love, and hopefully this also kind of turns out a film that people love. So
Lover boy. I don't think I played much of a lover boy in the first film. I wouldn't call him that. But yeah, I guess he was a very different character. Matlab, cocky, vain, only cared about his looks. I think that's the last thing I cared about in this film.
Not in that one scene.
Which one?
That one scene, no? Where you're like talking to Dilton?
Dilton.
Correct.
Maybe not. Yeah, and yeah, that scene I guess was like, yeah. Where you see the vulnerability of the character, but apart from that, his whole persona is that I'm the best and I'm too cool and I'm too good for you. I think for Ankur, none of those things were really valid. Actually, I feel like Ankur's character is closer to who I am as a person. Reggie was very, very far away from me, and it was quite liberating to not be doing this all the time, because what he did was shave it all off multiple times. So then I was bald through the film, so no hair. I had to look a bit disheveled, so no makeup. कपड़े भी कुछ नहीं, एक ही outfit in the whole film. So one t-shirt, one shorts, वही चप्पल पूरे 3 महीने मैंने पहने. So I had to just come to set and just be the character. So it was very liberating कि none of the extra stuff I had to go through, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed just giving in and giving it all to my character. Very different roles, and I'm happy as an actor. So early in my career, I'm getting an opportunity to play such varied characters.
Alia, the emotional part.
The prep. Honestly, no prep. There was no prep for this film. We met once, Vedang and I together, and just discussed one scene. Essay, I think, just for
discussed for 2 minutes.
Yeah, we discussed for 2 minutes. We just chatted about movies and stuff. Vasan and I think work in a very, because also this film didn't require that kind of prep only because I was not कुछ dialect नहीं करना था, ऐसे कुछ body language or कोई sport नहीं खेलना. हाँ basketball was the only thing that I learned, क्योंकि एक basketball sequence है छोटू सा, तो उसके लिए 6 महीने बास्केटबॉल।
And also prep पे ना आजकल ज़्यादा मार्केटिंग टूल हो गया rather than बहुत कम लोग हैं जो बहुत प्रेप करके फिल्म की मदद करते हैं। वो बाद में फिल्म के बाद में बहुत बोलते हैं कि उन्होंने क्या क्या किया। तो आई थिंक आलिया का प्रोसेस अलग है, बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेप करती हैं बट इट्स वेरी इंटरनल, वो फिल्म पे हावी होने नहीं देती।
हाँ मतलब कुछ ऐसे लंबा चौड़ा नहीं था। आई हैव टू से कि हमारा जो एक फ्लो था सेट पे, वो सीन को लेकर वेरी ऑफन आई वुड पहले फ्यू डेज आई वाज लर्निंग माय लाइंस एंड ऑल एंड कमिंग ऑन सेट। उसके बाद मैंने पेपर छोड़ दिया क्योंकि सेट पे आके काफी कुछ बदल रहा था, तो फिर जरूरत भी नहीं थी पढ़ने के लिए। तो वी रियली सॉर्ट ऑफ फ्लोड विद इट और उसमें ज्यादा मजा है फॉर मी पर्सनली बिकॉज विद द वर्ल्ड इज योर ऑयस्टर, कुछ भी हो सकता है। ऑफ कोर्स स्टेइंग विद इन द गार्ड रेल्स ऑफ द प्लॉट, बट दैट इज समथिंग दैट आई एंजॉयड द मोस्ट। कंपटीशन नहीं कहूंगी। आई थिंक आई एम वेरी फॉर्चुनेट। पहले तो दैट माई हस्बैंड इज पहले तो माई बेस्ट फ्रेंड एंड सेकेंडली ऑल्सो वंडरफुल एक्टर। तो बात करते समय हर फिल्म के बारे में, वेदर इट्स जिगरा और वेदर इट वॉज गंगूबाई और रॉकी रानी, इट्स वन ऑफ द मोमेंट्स आई चेरिश द मोस्ट कि हम सीन्स के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं और अगर मेरा कुछ डाउट है ये वो वी कैन डिस्कस विद ईच अदर एंड ही वुड डू द सेम थिंग ड्यूरिंग एनिमल। आई नो काफी कंपैरिजन्स वगैरह आए हैं ऑन द इंटरनेट, मैंने देखा भी और मैं हंसी भी, पर ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। द थिंग इज कि हम जब स्टोरी टेलिंग and it's not only with Jigra or a film like Animal, any other film, the strongest emotional core is when you do something for your loved one. It's one of the genres. It's almost like a genre in itself. जो इतनी सारी movies बने हैं उस पे, तो it's because we can talk about it क्योंकि ये पिछले साल रिलीज हो रहा है, ये साल, but apart from that, there's no other similarity. Yeah, the others no competition.
11th October को रिलीज हो रही है राजकुमार राव की मूवी।
जी।
We'll take our last question, please. Anyone else? Can we please have a last question?
Okay, hi Vedang.
Screening 2 days ago.
टेल अस अबाउट द जर्नी। मतलब फिर वो बहुत इमोशनल हो जाते हैं तो बिकॉज इट्स टू put it in a small capsule of a very long journey, but it's been organic and I think maybe it comes to you when you're prepared the most and you won't let it slip. So probably if you look at that way, then I had an iron grip on this maybe 10 years ago, I don't know, so maybe it came at the right time.
Love stories, so I'm actually always looking for something different. ऐसे नहीं कि love story नहीं करना है, but जिस moment पे ये script मेरे पास आया, it just felt like again a very unique story to be a part. Trailer में, see, everything is very close to my heart to be very honest, but I can't reveal too much. So I can talk about जो आपने already देखा है ट्रेलर में, वो एक खाने का शॉट है जहाँ वो खा रही है, आई थिंक 1 मिनट तक वो खा रही है और वो मैंने एक्चुअली काफी खाया था उस शॉट में। हाउ मेनी टेक्स डिड वी डू? 2 or 3? हाँ, 1 rehearsal 2 takes. जो उसके पीछे कहानी है वो ये है कि जब मैं स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ रही थी, और एक मोमेंट होता है हमेशा एक्टर के दिमाग में जहाँ वो डिसाइड करता है कि मैं ये फिल्म करूंगी या करूंगा, एंड यू नो वो इंस्टिंक्टिव कॉल और फीलिंग आ जाती है। व्हेन दिस मोमेंट केम ऑन पेपर वेयर द एयर होस्टेस आस्क्स सत्या, कैन आई गेट यू समथिंग, एंड शी सेज एवरीथिंग, एंड द एयर होस्टेस इज कंफ्यूज्ड एंड शी सेज गिव मी एवरीथिंग. I don't know what that is, and then the next moment you're just seeing her eating. That moment for me on paper, that moment for me while we were shooting, that moment for me when I see it, always will be the defining moment of what I feel my director's speciality is, which is that he's just giving you something which is so layered, so unique, so different, but also has some root and emotion to it, which is just something that jumps out to you on paper. So that's what I felt. So I think that's something that's very special to me.
हॉल, बट हिंदी में हम सिनेमा घर कहते हैं, तो जब आप वहाँ जाके कुछ एक्सपीरियंस करते हो, कुछ रिश्ते जोड़ते हो, तो मेरे ख्याल से घर वही है जहाँ आप रिश्ते बनाते हो, जोड़ते हो और मेंटेन रखते हो, शायद कम वॉट में.
And Alia, for you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the same thing कि घर का मतलब मकान नहीं है, मतलब घर नहीं है. जो जिन लोगों के साथ आप, the people you feel your most like yourself with. I think आज के ज़माने में काफी भाग दौड़ है यार, especially social media, और ये कुछ पिक्चर डाल रहे हो फिर कुछ और है, और you know there's so much happening in the world, within the world. इतने सारी vulnerabilities है, कितने सारे emotions है डील करने में, कभी कभार सांस लेने में difficulty हो जाता है, you know. So the people that you can actually just जिनके साथ आप बस सांस ले सकते हो और अपने आप जैसे फील कर सकते हो, वही घर है, और मेरे लिए भी. और इसके बारे में बात करते भी मैं गेट वेरी इमोशनल, क्योंकि द थॉट ऑफ द फिल्म इज वेरी
इमोशन.
हाँ वो है 100%, वो एंटरटेनमेंट के साथ इमोशन भी भरपूर तरीके से घुस आया है. बट कोई थॉट है जो आप फिल्म में भी देखोगे, चाइल्डहुड से भी कनेक्टेड है. मैं ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगी, मतलब पूरा मतलब मैं फीलिंग दे दूंगी, आप देख लीजिए.
Thank you so much. All the best.
We were chatting with Karan, and after Monica, I really didn't want to get into another space where someone's dead and you know some things happening around that. So we were chatting, and we were actually talking about early Dharma films as well, and the early 90s as to you know there was action, but there was a lot of emotion riding on it as well. And that's how it came about. And a brother-sister story excited him, which doesn't excite producers as such, because love songs नहीं होंगे, प्यार के गाने होंगे, पर वैसे प्यार के गाने नहीं होंगे जो प्रमोट कर पाएंगे conventionally. So then it always becomes a hindrance, you know. But then he isn't like that. So he kind of gave me wings, and then we wrote the script, and that's how kind of you know it came into being.
Yeah.
Did that answer it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, the challenges. So, I played Reggie before this in Archie's. That was my debut, and this is a much. It's a very different kind of a role, very different space for me to be in. It felt like after the first film, I was thrown right into the deep end with this one, and I felt like it was a coming of age for me also. Being on the set, I think I had to learn a lot very quickly, but that. The adapting happened very easily because of the two of them. They made it easier for me. However, the role was very challenging. I can't lie. The character took a lot out of me. Also, I keep saying that it's probably because of my inexperience. I'm very new to this, so I feel like I have to give it my all. I don't know any other way. So I think it took a toll on me. I think I made it too hard for myself also, and I've learned a lesson that you know things can be done in other ways. Certain scenes and certain emotions can be reached in alternative ways, which are probably healthier on you as a human. But yeah, the challenges were there. It's a very difficult situation for a character to be in prison and put on death row. So all those things were difficult, but I think everything happened quite smoothly on set, and it was just a great environment to be in. It's not the four walls within which you're living, but it's more of an emotion. It's where you feel safety and you feel love. That could be a person, that could be your pet dog, but that emotion, that feeling of feeling safe, I think that is home for me. Ghar.
As an actor, I don't know. It will be sad to be definable so early on. I think let's maybe have this chat 20 years from now.
Absolutely. And there was one question we were all discussing. If you were to introduce your daughter to one of your movies, which one would that be? The first movie?
Actually,
Sorry, can I come with the question again?
Yeah, so your daughter to one of your films, which is the first one you would want her to watch?
I was just discussing this the other day with somebody, and I'm not really sure because it's a very difficult, it's a very important decision to make. But just yesterday, she saw my first song which I ever shot in my life, and that's Radha Teri Chumri. So abhi usko gana thoda dikha rahe and all of that. She's about 2 years old. So actually the first song she saw was Kesariya, and then yesterday was Radha Teri Chumri, and she saw Badtameez Dil at the same time. दोनों ने साथ में हमारे गाने दिखाते. So she must be thinking, hey, whatever, this is like normal.
Awesome. So Vedang, congratulations. They're calling you the new poster boy of cool, because after the suave Regina, we have the JIGRA here. So, other than Alia and Vasan, what was the thing that drew you to this particular film?
I mean everything about it, but it just I didn't have the privilege to choose from anything that was there that time. This was when I hadn't even been launched yet with Archie's, and at that time this script came to me, and I'd only consider myself the luckiest person in the world to get this film, which was directed by Vasan sir alongside Alia, and yeah, I mean I think now is when I think. You look at scripts and you decide which route to take, what resonates with you the most. But at that time, it was just whatever came to me. I just went with that and I got lucky.
Awesome. And lastly, Vasan sir, since you've also written.
Protective of her art. As a mother, maybe as a fiercely protective of her daughter. As a producer, also this is also her daughter, the film, and she is very protective of its core. मतलब ये नहीं है कि उसको 100 और 100 लेके आना है, पर ये है कि उसे खुश रहने और उसको अपना पोटेंशियल पूरा करने का मौका देना, and that is what I think she got to the film also. So we felt really protected.
And if I may add, I've only been in the industry for a year now. My first film was out a year back, but I've never seen someone who's so supportive of everyone around them. I think we were having this chat yesterday, and I was just thinking about, because it's not like I've had any experience with a star as big as Alia or anything like that, but just the way she is, whatever she's done for me even, as basically a newcomer coming into a film, just the support that she shows publicly, personally, it really means the world. So yeah, I think if this producer journey is new for you, you're killing it. Keep at it.
Nothing is easy. Every day on a film set is like, you just try to make the day. But of course, we feel very grateful to be there because you love what you do. Nothing feels challenging or hard. And even if it is hard, even that is enjoyable. When you're talking about protection, I think jo protection ka feeling hai, if you love somebody, whether you're younger than them, older than them, or as old as them, you will want to protect them. No matter who they are, whether it's your pet, whether it's your brother, whether it's your sister, whether it's your mother, father. And in my case, when I signed JIGRA, it was just after I had Raha. So the protection was like bursting out of me. And I have to also give credit to the way the scenes are written, beautifully by Vasan and Devashish. जो character dynamics है, जो protection भी होता है, वो ऐसे नहीं कि character enters the room saying, मैं तुम्हें protect करने वाला हूँ, I protect you every day. It's not that. It's an underlying energy that you just know. जो आप सीन में देख रहे हो, you know कि ये बरसों से चलता आ रहा है. Character dynamic जो है, वो build किया है very consciously. तो वेदांग और मैं, हमारा first scene था, उसमें काफी को layers थे, which we got to play with. So it's difficult sometimes for actors to get that chemistry on day one. Sometimes it takes a couple of days to get into it. But I have to give credit to the way the scene is written. Because of that scene, I think both of us flowed very naturally into this, the parts of Satya and Ankur. और बाकी आप फिल्म में देखोगे.
Thank you. One
Writer Devashish, it's his debut as a writer. Wonderful guy. And how did this idea come about? It came across in a conversation with Karan. We were just discussing what are the stories that we can explore, and this kind of came up. And he seemed really excited with it. So we went with the flow, and then one thing led to the other, and it happened. And directing them, I think I don't give too many instructions in that sense. I mean, the story is there, the scenes are written. So, I mean, we kind of discuss some interpretations and then we go along with it. Alia is really instinctive. She keeps her process very invisible so that it's not a hindrance to the crew as to, oh, Alia aa gayi. Alia is there, sitting there only, and she's going nowhere, and she does her job. And I mean, for the superstar that she is, I mean, it's a treat for the crew. I think that's a really important thing. I mean, because being an artist, I think people get away with a lot, get by with a lot, but I don't think she takes that for granted, which is extremely special. And with Vedang, I really hope we make more films together. I really want to write more characters for him, and I really want to see him on screen in other people's vision as well, because I feel he's incredible. I mean, he's got it all. Great promise. And a welcome addition to to like a really fresh, with a really fresh energy. So really looking forward to the next decade.
Creators. Genuinely, I think I've been very blessed. I truly believe filmmaking is the filmmaker's medium. I respond to films like an audience when I watch them, when I read them, when I see them. तो जब मेरे पास एक स्क्रिप्ट आती है, मैं एक ऑडियंस की तरह पढ़ती हूँ, फिर अपने बारे में सोचती हूँ. And I genuinely think I'm not just being modest. I've been very lucky. Luck has to do a lot with it as well. Being given the opportunity to play a part like this. And I'm somebody, when I go on set, even though I'm a co-producer on this film, I am the director's, puppet. Like whatever you tell me to do, I will do. And that's why for me the journey of an actor-director is so important. I think every actor will say that. In fact, yesterday only Vasan and I were talking. Whatever the fate of the film, I genuinely feel very strongly about the sync that he and I got on this film, prior to the film and on the shooting of the film, and I hold that very close to my heart. So.
जी, लेकिन हम बॉम्बे कहते हैं.
बॉम्बे के
टोल नाका के पहले, क्योंकि वो खर्चा कम होगा.
ओके. चलिए मीडिया के कुछ सवाल.
मुझे पता नहीं है. Just very grateful. Fingers crossed. Keep the head down. Keep working and keep moving forward.
So how do you define your